Now we can talk about some of the basic probability rules, including the complement rule. So before we talk about the rules, let's talk about the notation we'll be using here. We're going to be using letters to represent possible events. So A could be drawing 2 hearts, B could be it snows tomorrow, C it could be Finland wins a gold medal. And of course with each one of these we'd have to specify the kind of situation in which we'd want to know the probability of one of these things to happen. In this abstract notation, we'll write P parentheses A as meaning the probability of event A. So again, if A is the probability of drawing 2 hearts, P of A would be the probability of drawing 2 hearts in a certain circumstance. For most events, the probability is between 1 and 0. For a probability to equal 0, that means the event is absolutely impossible, guaranteed not to happen. For an event to have a probability of 1, that means the event is absolutely certain, guaranteed to happen. So events that have probability of 0 or probability of 1 usually aren't very interesting to talk about because there's no uncertainty. The interesting events in probability are the ones that are between 0 and 1, the ones where there's a relative degree of uncertainty. At this point, we can talk about complements. The complement of A is not A. So whatever A is, for example, if A is drawing 2 hearts, then not A would be drawing anything other than 2 hearts. If A is Finland wins a gold medal, not A would simply be Finland does not win a gold medal. So we can represent this visually this sort of way. Now this whole circle is everything that can happen. Well, everything that can happen, let's think about this. What's the probability that of all the things that could happen, one of them happens? Well, of course, that's 1. It's absolutely certain that of everything that could happen, something will happen. So the whole circle has a probability of 1. And so that means that those 2 areas must add up to 1. The probability of A and the probability of not A must add up to 1. Now a little bit of rearranging, we can solve for the probability of not A and write it as 1 minus the probability of A. This is a huge formula. This is the complement rule. And we're going to be using this in a variety of circumstances. This is a highly strategic rule that we'll talk about how to use. So right now, this is our first rule of probability. We'll get to some more. I'll give you some general overview rules also. These are approximate rules. In probability, OR means add and means multiply. Now, if you were to stop learning probability right here and just stick with this, you do pretty well. You do okay. These rules are not exactly true. We're going to be clarifying them in the subsequent videos.